Hello, everyone. This is the Easy Allies podcast. I'm your moderator, Kyle Bossman, and joining us this week, Bradley Ellis.
Hola.
Michael Huber.
Go Dodgers.
And Brandon Jones.
Fernando Valenzuela.
Yeah.
Just for listeners who don't understand why Huber shouted, "Go Dodgers," he's currently wearing a San Francisco Giants hat and shirt. Brad, why is he wearing that stuff?
Well, we had this thing at Easy Allies called the betting special. Mm-hmm. And Huber lost a bet against Ultima. So now he has to wear the SF Giants for 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. All that sweet, sweet merch he loves. So soak it up. Enjoy it, Huber.
How much did it cost, Brad?
I think
You don't have to answer that.
I'm curious.
I don't
I'm
care.
curious how much you spent to humiliate
it was
Huber.
like 60, I think.
Whoa.
60
Wow.
or below.
That's a
it's
game
worth-
right there.
That's love.
Okay, well, someone
Yeah.
who has known Huber since first grade, I'm willing
Yeah.
to spend money to see this happen.
My close personal friends, when they heard about this, every single reaction. No.
Yeah.
Oh, I sent them a picture tonight.
Honestly, I'm not even comfortable with how much he's
Yes.
covering it right now.
Oh, this hurts
This
Huber.
is open. This is open. I'm not breaking any rules. Okay, I'm cold. That's why I'm wearing the jacket.
Like playing,
you know, I got the blanket because I'm cold.
playing
Sure.
like music or something like that is all. Huber can handle all that stuff.
Yeah.
But this is affecting his pride.
You
right here.
you have dampened him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it hurts.
Let's roll the die. Let's see who's gonna get the Prove It ticket this week.
Okay.
The level 2 Prove It ticket.
Number 1, Brandon Jones gets the level
Damn
2
it.
Prove It ticket.
And I get it back.
Yes. So
I leveled it up for myself.
Jones, you can use that for Prove It, and you can also use it for Take It Back.
Yeah.
Jones.
Oh my.
Jones, all I want to say is that if I had won the Prove It ticket this week, no matter what, I would have thrown it over there.
That I
'cause
know.
I want to see that
I know,
thing
level 3. I know.
You want to see
I know.
I
level
want to
3?
see it so bad.
Every time it comes up, I'm
Yes.
gonna be tempted.
Okay.
I can't make any promises
Stay
because
strong.
I haven't listened to this podcast yet.
We gotta boost it.
But
All right. I need to.
if there's anything I'm good at, it's totally forgetting I have that.
Sure. Yeah, don't forget it, Jones. Let's do corrections. Begin corrections music, please. There was a comedy adventure Rabbids game called Rabbids Go Home. Comedy adventure is Ubisoft's genre. They
that a
named
Wii
it that.
game?
I think so. You're on like a shopping cart. Many people corrected our GOTY game from last week, saying there's no way Gears of War won the 2007 GOTY from G4 since it's a 2006 game, but Wikipedia says exactly that, and I cannot find any solid evidence otherwise. We need our audience to game sleuth this. What was G4's 2006 GOTY?
Do they do it like
Or
the
2007?
Academy? Yeah. Do they do it like the Academy Awards, where it's the
carries
award
over.
show is filmed the next year?
Maybe. I mean, a lot of people...
The Game Awards cutoff's like end of November, so
Sure,
no
maybe
Final Fantasy
that's what
15, no
happened.
Last Guardian, no, yeah.
Wikipedia says it was 2007. I don't know.
That's the problem with TV. When stuff's on TV, there's no backup.
Oh yeah, you can't like, and it's not a lot of it's on YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh, it sucks. G4 just gone. Soul Blade is the name of the game before Soul Calibur. Soul Edge is the name of the blade. Laura Dale is and has been a big deal for a while. Pokemon Silver was apparently the most popular, more popular than Gold. My theory is that because it had Lugia on the front of it. And corrections music, please. Good run of corrections.
Yeah, that was smooth. I'll take those.
You want to talk about some news?
I like someone being a big deal or not is a legit correction.
Oh yeah, we get it a lot though. You should know who Laura Dale is, and I feel bad.
She's a big deal.
Yeah, I hate being told that I should, like, yeah, you're right. I probably should have known that person.
If
I'm
somebody
sorry.
said
Fetch.
we weren't a big deal on another one of their podcasts, I wonder if that would qualify for a correction. I wonder if the person posted that would consider Easy Allies a big deal.
Me too.
To another publication.
I wonder the same, yeah.
Yeah.
If someone says who, I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
If
I
you
don't
don't know
have a
who we are, I don't have a problem.
Sure. No. And that's why I don't have a problem with not knowing.
Other people.
Oh yeah.
I get you, Huber.
Because I don't care. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not a big deal.
We're all in our own lanes, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's assuming you're a big Giants fan. Fine.
God.
Nice. Thank you, Jones.
Yeah, that Giants fan guy, I've seen
That
him.
intro? Yeah.
He wears the blanket
Just
sarcastically,
did it,
right? The
boss, but now I
blanket
gotta
sarcastic.
work on that. Oh man.
Okay.
Aren't you that Giants fan?
Do y'all know my favorite way to start a podcast? Mm-hmm. What is that?
Game announcement.
Game announcements. And do you know how many game announcements we have this week?
A couple.
So many. Because this is the podcast after the Game Awards and after PSX. Right here, I have a pretty decent list of games that were just announced. Seems like a great time to play rank the significance.
Oh,
Brad, you ever played this?
No.
Okay. So what we do, Brad, is we go through a list of new games.
Okay.
We talk about them for a little while, but then we have to rank the significance.
I feel like we've done this on like podcasts before,
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's not a new segment at all.
but it's fun. I like it.
Yeah, and
Cool.
so we're gonna rank the significance of these announcements because there's so many. I did alphabetical order.
Quick question: Are
Sure.
there specific ranks we use, or just
Order.
our personal?
Yep.
No, personal. We all have to agree.
gotta pick.
We all have to agree
Yeah.
upon the
Oh,
rank.
okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's a battle.
I like that.
Sure. So first one I have here is Dino Frontier announced for PSVR.
Still, baby.
So significant.
So significant.
So significant.
It's funny. The way it was
Selling VR.
announced, it was just a part of a montage, and we
Yeah.
didn't even know what it was. It was just like
Disrespect, really.
Yeah.
Should have had its own
They have
presentation.
no idea what they got right there.
They
Yep.
should have gone with the classic vintage, like 2013 style presentation where a guy comes out with the headset on. I'm a dinosaur. I'm hunting dinosaurs.
Those usually
Here's
don't
the
go
thing,
well.
Yeah, I was actually so happy that VR hasn't been that, especially since the failed one from last year.
Yeah.
But I hear you, it deserved more attention.
Yeah.
For more thoughts, there's plenty more PSX impression videos, but I love Dino Frontier.
I loved
Jones,
it.
you like it?
That was
Brad
that,
loved
that
it?
was my number one mission. The second I saw a VR hand pick up a cowboy and move him somewhere
Mm-hmm.
onto like a dinosaur, I was like, "Where is this game? And how long after I reach PSX will I be able to play it?"
Huber, did you try it too?
Yes.
That's what I was like texting everybody on Sunday, like
Yeah.
check out
We
Dino
made-
Frontier.
An effort to do it when you texted us. We're like, okay,
Thank
he
you.
never asked us to do
We got to
anything.
play this.
But it's tricky. There is a difference between me loving something and me considering it significant. You know,
Yeah.
it's tough.
It's
I gotta
significant
hear
to
the other
us.
ones.
We'll see where
Yeah.
that goes.
I think it's a VR seller.
For me, it is, yeah.
For me, yeah.
Instant. That makes it pretty significant. Instant correction. I already messed up my alphabetical order. Next is Dauntless.
Uh-huh.
So Dauntless comes from Jesse Houston of BioWare and Riot. It's a free-to-play PC game announced during the Game Awards. That trailer, ooh boy,
Yeah.
what a flat trailer. I wouldn't say there was anything wrong with it, right? It's just so flat.
You know what it didn't have?
What?
A character saying, "Ahoy, motherfucker!"
I was just gonna say, if you make the Agents of Mayhem trailer
Yeah.
look
Yeah.
good,
Yeah.
that's bad.
Yeah. Could have gone. Could have gone for
Reference.
that.
I love that. Yeah.
I just you
Coulda had
can't.
that guy.
Just anybody. Yeah. If anyone's listening to this podcast, it is an independent company, and you're putting your trailers together. If
Yeah.
your trailer is characters getting together and then fighting a thing,
Yep.
rewrite it. Like,
Okay.
go back to the drawing board and realize that is video games. You're literally describing games.
And yours need to be something
when
different.
you have people that
Yep.
meet and want to fight together, and then an antagonistic force shows up and they face off against it.
Yeah.
Don't do that. That is the absolute most basic platform you can have for a trailer.
And the game
That
wasn't
tells me
described too
nothing
much.
there's nothing unique about Dauntless. I mean,
Yeah.
the style is like, okay.
Class-based action game.
I'm literally like the coolness of her weapon is like the only selling point. It's like, oh, that guy's out. Costume looks cool. That's
Yeah.
all I have. Like, it's like 4 people fight a thing. Come on. Like,
Yeah. And I mean, the trailer is really all we have to go on now. And
Yeah.
that's kind of like tied
Yeah.
in with the
That's
announcement.
fine.
which I mean, anything around an award, grain of salt. Anything around like an award show or an E3 or something. It's like it could have been rushed. They could be like super last minute.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, sure. Absolutely. Marvel versus Capcom Infinity
Haven't heard of it.
is real, was announced at PSX. Gameplay shown off. It is, in fact, 2v2. Something I'm most excited about.
Pretty
Jones,
significant, that one.
This is something you predicted, and I said, Jones, no, please don't do that. Cinematic story mode. And now that it's real, I want it so bad. Now I'm excited to play that game.
You're going through the story.
Yeah.
And then
Oh, you know
putting
what
the
Jones
game on the
suggested, though,
shelf.
was strictly the Marvel Cinematic Universe of the story mode. I'm sure it won't be that.
Yeah.
No.
But yeah, it's going to have a story mode.
Hell yeah.
I'm so pumped on
I'm
that.
pumped on that. I'm more pumped for this game than I was for Street Fighter 5,
Why?
for sure. I've always liked Marvel vs. Capcom games way more. I like the play style of those games. A little more fast, a little more
absolutely.
arcadey, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Brad, but do you know the big thing about this game?
What's the
I
big
don't know
thing?
if you do, man.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
Dropping on him.
There's no X-Men in this game, Brad.
Oh, did you hear the rumor, Huber?
What's the rumor?
The new rumor? The guy that was leaking stuff about Marvel vs. Capcom, they already settled it, dude. They're gonna be added later as DLC along with Fantastic Four.
Pay up,
Pay
of course.
up.
Knew it.
Well,
Is that
knew
really the
it.
rumor? That's
Yeah,
a new
that's the
rumor,
rumor.
Brad?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
but what do you expect from Capcom? At least you're getting your X-Men.
But the fact that they're paid
But the thing
DLC
is,
is so not right.
So
Wow.
Marvel vs. Capcom with me,
Yeah.
I'm always way more a fan of the Capcom characters.
Yeah.
So there wasn't a huge blow to me, but I get how it's bad to other people. But when I saw X there,
Yes.
I was like, yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I'm
This is the
on
first
board.
character you see.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm in.
I want to talk about that real quickly. That
What?
just the history of the industry, history of like announcements and showing things and releasing old games again and kind of testing the waters. Seed has been planted. Mega Man X
What?
coming back.
Oh,
What
sure.
was the last one? Was
Gotta
it
come back.
X7 or 8 was the last one?
Is that the PS2 one? That's 2.5D.
Oh my God,
It's been a long
yeah.
time.
It's been a long time. They should totally do a new one.
Coming back.
Like the Super
Fantasy.
Nintendo or PS1 style, yeah, that'd be great.
And I like specifically for a trailer, I like showing X because it makes you think like, oh, we're gonna get some crazy Capcom cuts. Like Marvel, yeah, maybe, but like they're not gonna be that surprising to us because it's like we've been watching these TV shows and movies for the last 5 years, so it's not like oh, who are these? Who's like
Well, they showed Captain
Agent
Marvel.
Carter? Who's that?
They showed Captain Marvel, which I think was cool.
Yeah.
So it was like two new characters to the verses. You
either
have
side,
Captain
yeah.
Marvel and you have Mega Man X, and then you have Ryu and Iron Man. It's like, oh, cool.
Yeah,
those
of course,
guys.
yeah, those two are gonna be there, yeah.
Yeah.
But the rumors are brewing for some crazy Capcom characters, and I think that's
Rumors are
smart.
brewing. Morgan was announced since then, and then
And Captain America.
And Captain America. Thanks, Jones. Cool.
Yeah.
Next Machina, Death Machine. This is from Housemarque and Eugene Jarvis, who is the creator of arcade cult Guardians. Sorry, that's the next one. Arcade cult classics such as Defender, Robotron, and Smash TV.
We met him.
You met Eugene
Yeah,
Jarvis?
he walked up to me and Mike when we were playing.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Yep.
he was there.
What is the story?
Playing the game.
He was.
Yeah.
he
Okay,
was-
first of all, there's two machines in the media lounge. There's
Yeah.
two machines that have this game.
Okay.
I said, I'm getting the high score. One of the machines, I get the high score.
Great.
Okay?
Nice. How many attempts?
First attempt.
First
Whoa,
attempt, yeah.
dude.
I said,
Hubert.
I want this high score. I'm
Yeah.
going for it. Get the high score. Come out to the next machine. This machine has the high scores 4 times what I just got.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, just get a perfect run, and I got this. Do a nearly perfect run, save all the guys, like don't get hit. Got like 1 million points, and the high score was 4 million. I turn around and I say, what did I do? What did I miss? What am I doing wrong here? And they go, there's a lot of secrets.
Nice.
And I said, that is amazing because
Yes.
playing through this entire stage, I wouldn't have even guessed that there were secrets to be discovered.
Sure.
And the fact that he said, yeah, there's secret entrances to stages in there. You can find all these
Wow.
other things. I was blown away.
Yeah, Kyle. Basically, Huber's playing, and I was just standing there watching him. And he like walked up right to the side of me, and one of the Housemarque guys is like, "Hey, yeah, this is the guy who did blah 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 Defender
Yeah.
Smash TV." And I was like, "What?" And I was like, "Please let me shake your hand real quick."
pretty blown
Yeah?
away.
Yeah,
You know what? Media Lounge for PSX was really cool.
yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It's short lines, very accessible people who just want to talk to you about their games.
It's jolly.
Media
Yeah.
Lounge where I hung out with all the Media Molecule people last year at
Oh,
PSX
cool.
and got to check out Dreams for really check out Dreams for the first time, and yeah, must be nice.
Must be nice. It is. I just want to say it is nice. I appreciate
It's very
it.
nice,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like that's a privilege we have. It's a nice privilege to be in
I
the
like
Media Lounge.
scaring developers in the media lounge.
Don't
Yeah,
do
who
that.
did
What do
you
you mean
scare?
scare?
Who did
What-
you
what
scare this
happened?
time?
Corey Barlog, like at E3 last year,
No, you scared
was
someone
just
at
like, yo,
PSX.
man, love your games. I'm so pumped. I'm so into it. Like Viking Kratos.
But now you're like real deal buds. It's whatever.
But you freaked someone
Yeah.
out at PSX. and I
Having
can't
steak dinners
remember.
together.
I don't think I freaked anyone out.
It was brought up when I was there with you.
Maybe
Hold on.
Vandenberg.
We didn't. Hold on. We just said a lot of weird, like cool, like we have access. We didn't explain what that game is that whole
Oh,
time.
yeah, sorry.
What is that game?
It's Smash TV in space. I mean, it's not in space, but it's like a very sci-fi Starship Troopers kind of like
Twin stick shooter. Yeah.
lots of pink and purple coming at me in that one particular level.
Bullet hell, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I wasn't tripping, you like move around to different surfaces, so it's like you'll like be fighting on one surface and then like kind of defy gravity and you'll like once you go between sections, you'll be like ported over to another
Yeah.
part, and it's like upside down and you're fighting stuff.
And I think it's the Resogun team.
It is. Yeah,
It
it's
is.
Housemarque, yeah.
Yeah.
Just classic one stick moves, one stick
Just
shoots.
such a bold,
get hit.
bold statement, but like what I played was flawless. Like
That's
it's
a pretty bold
Yeah.
statement.
I truly felt like what I played though was perfect. Perfectly balanced, perfectly paced. Like, sure, it's not this huge open world game or whatever, but like what is there to me felt so perfect. I cannot wait to get this game. It's so good.
For what it was.
I cannot stress
it was a real good slice of a game to play for, like when I finished it and they were like, yeah, you beat the boss, you finished that part. I was like, great. And I put it down. I'm like, I was very satisfied with playing that video game. That was wonderful.
Feels good. The dash is on a cooldown. Later on, lasers will come and you'll have to like dash through them. Then there'll be people you need to save in between lasers, but people will be trying to kill them, so you gotta like dash in there and shoot them really quick and then dash
back out. Yeah.
It's so good.
The next game is one I read by accident. Guardians of the Galaxy, the Telltale series.
Yeah, the Game Awards.
Announced at the Game Awards.
Oh, I missed this.
You didn't miss much. It was a teaser
There's a
trailer.
logo.
And a song.
Oh, and a song. Sure.
Which one?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't even
Hooked on
remember.
a feeling. That one
Nah, that's the one from the movie trailer.
wouldn't be surprised.
But it was one from the movie. Jones and I have a bet about this one actually, about who the cast of that game will be, if it'll be from the movie or the comic book. Jones says the movie. I don't know, Jones, if they're doing the whole soundtrack thing, the whole like little tape, it's probably gonna be the cast from the movie. Dude.
Yeah, baby.
It looks good for you.
Yeah.
But that was kind of it. Telltale is doing, as was rumored, a Guardians of the Galaxy game, and as was rumored, revealed at the Game Awards. Not much else given from that revealed trailer.
Yo,
What?
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Making a huge push.
Oh, yeah.
Shutting down Hollywood Tower Terror at Disneyland for a Guardians of the Galaxy ride. They're getting their own Telltale game.
Yeah.
Like, pushing the chips in the middle with Guardians of the Galaxy.
So the way I see it, Hubert, is like Spider-Man's had a pretty good run over the years, right? Mm-hmm. And you got backpacks of Spider-Man on it. Suddenly, Guardians of the Galaxy came out of nowhere and did crazy at the box office.
Yeah.
They got a lot of catching up to do. Like, a
lot of marketing to do, a lot of money to make.
Yeah, a lot of money to make, exactly. Like, here's these new superheroes people care about. Let's put them out there.
I also think
is what they're
the
doing.
Avengers are kind of on their way out. They're wrapping up that story, so they need another like team to kind of represent this like flood of new franchises. that they're
Avengers
gonna be
on their way
focusing on.
out? We haven't even started, Jones.
Well, we have 2 Infinity War movies, but that's the end of their story.
Sure.
Like now we're gonna get into Inhumans and all this,
Yeah, I hear you.
some like Iron Fist and other crazy characters that are coming in. So we need kind of that core group of like, oh, we're really, those are the familiar characters.
Yeah.
That's like the big tentpole movie we have to look forward to, and then everything else is kind of like an offshoot.
It's cool. Cool angle. It's cool to go with them, whereas, they go with Batman, the most iconic DC, Would you say Superman's more iconic than Batman?
Yes.
Worldwide. Yes.
Yeah.
He is.
I almost want to go with Batman worldwide right now. The year 2016. I think Batman's got it.
It'd be close.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, you say worldwide, you think about like people that went to go see the movies or buy the comic books. I'm talking about Superman people that like do not have money, that live in a third world country, that'll see a picture of Superman and know who that is. They're like, Superman.
Yeah.
Like they might have another name for him or
Mickey
something,
Mouse.
but like
Another name for him.
there's been so many interpretations of Batman, so many different like ways to tweak that character. Where Superman's Superman.
Yeah. I hear it.
Pretty generic.
Oh, not relevant for me.
Sure. We'll see how it ranks. We'll see. We'll do the ranks next. Knack 2. Relevant to everyone.
Relevant to the world.
Yeah.
Knack 2 was announced last weekend.
Yeah. Knack was running around smacking fools. There were 2 of them. There were 2 right in front of us. We still had no idea what we were looking at until the very end.
I just
The most shocking thing about all this is the positive impressions coming from the people who got to see it behind closed doors.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
The writer of God of War is working on this game.
It's so weird.
Yes.
And self-aware humor from
Self-aware
Knack.
humor.
That's all I
and-
need. That's honestly all I need. And now I'm in on suddenly.
Oh, yeah. And a much expanded combat system.
Yes.
Way more moves.
Yeah. Hubert, I think we're going to play this game.
Are
Of
you
course we're all
kidding?
playing
Brad,
it.
are you in?
Yeah, I'm
Pre-ordering
playing
it.
it.
Yes.
Pre-ordered right now. Pre-order. I'm in. This is a day 1 pickup.
Jones, why are you not in for Knack 2?
I wasn't in for Knack 1, so
Why not?
I'm barely gonna have time to play The Last Guardian, so I'm not Knack. No,
This guy's priorities straight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Fair enough.
If you
Fair
want
enough.
That's fair. Yeah.
it's on the list. It's
Yeah,
just
it's a good pick.
number like 26 on the list.
The Last of Us Part 2.
Oh yeah,
Oh yes.
Can you believe this announcement?
I cannot believe this actually.
I can. Yeah,
Tell me why, Jones.
Well, timing wise, it made sense. I mean, it was an incredibly popular game, won a tremendous amount of awards.
And
Uncharted's wrapping up.
Crazy sales too,
You know,
actually.
supposedly, like we might get other games with other characters where they, announced a Dynamite story-based DLC that's coming. But I could see them, wanting to franchise this and seeing other places you can take that world.
It's just weird, Jones, because I think interviews afterward is we're not sure if we want to franchise this. We're not sure if we want to do a sequel. Things like that. And you nod your head like, yeah, but you want that money though. Yeah, that's kind of the expression Jones is making right now.
But I feel like Naughty Dog wouldn't sell it out.
They specified that a while ago too.
Straight up. If they have something to say, they will do it and they will make it. Part 2, the continuation of The Last of Us.
Yeah.
If they wrap it up after this, who knows? I just don't think they would ever go down the hole of stretching out a franchise for that sake.
Yeah. Really good reveal trailer. Really good reveal trailer for a sequel.
Yeah.
I think you could study this one. If you're doing a sequel, there's lots of things here that really only a sequel could do. The playing around with the identities of the characters, like whose hands are we looking at? Is that Joel? You don't know it's Joel till you see the beard. Stuff like that you can't do if it's not a sequel. But showing consequences to the first game is something that's always really important to me. It's why I actually dug Rise of the Tomb Raider's original launch trailer. It's like a consequence of what happened in the first game. Yeah. Oh God, that's just such a good
Seeing
trailer.
how much like Ellie has grown.
Yeah.
Now in this.
I'm in shock.
Yeah.
In engine.
They did just such a feint. Starting the show with Uncharted. Like, Uncharted 4 came out this year. How
Yeah.
are you going to show me already A Last of Us 2, a generous trailer, by the way? Not like, we thought it was done when it was just the forest, pan out, Firefly thing, done.
Yeah. I
This
was like, whoa, how'd they do that?
Yeah.
Really? They're ready? And then it kept
generous.
going. And then it kept going.
trailer.
Scheme's a ways off.
Yeah.
I can't even believe we're at this point right now where this game is announced.
That's pretty crazy.
I also thought, too, they would go back to Jack and Daxter at this point.
They were
or something.
They were going to at one point.
Yeah, coming off extremely emotional Last of Us, an extremely emotional end to Nathan Drake and Uncharted. I thought a natural progression would be to like maybe really lighten it up, go back to an old franchise.
Did you see the concept art of
Jack?
a more modern Jack and Daxter?
No, I didn't see that.
It's effed up, man.
Don't even.
It's not worth looking
They
at.
tried
It's
it
so
and they were
weird.
like, this doesn't work for us.
Yeah.
Okay.
They made the right call. Made the right call.
They did.
Star Blood Arena was announced. This is another PSVR game. Relatively new studio. I didn't even write down the name of the studio, but this is like their second game. This is a VR game. It's arena based where you're kind of in spaceships shooting other spaceships, but you're in enclosed arenas.
Yeah.
Look neat. Didn't check it out.
Cool.
Yeah.
Tough to talk about because it's VR, so you got
that's
You
right.
gotta
get up in that
you gotta
cockpit.
play it to.
That's ranked as significance, man. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah.
And finally, mentioned a couple of times, Uncharted: The Lost Legacy.
Yeah.
Now, this is a standalone story for an Uncharted game, not called Uncharted 4: The Lost Legacy. It's just called Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. If you didn't care about Uncharted 4, you can still just buy this game and play it.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty cool. It looks substantial. They said longer than Left Behind, but shorter than Uncharted 4. They said that...
It's right in that window.
Yeah,
Right on the 3 to 15 hour range.
exactly. I'm not sure they know yet at this point.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
They said that some of the stuff they liked from Uncharted 4, the non-linear sections. I think they called it non-linear and linear. They want to do more stuff like that.
Like the Jeep in
Oh
Madagascar.
God, the
and that stuff.
Jeep, dude.
Yes.
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 Yeah.
Yes.
What a great part of that game.
I just loved the homeland vibes of this.
Sure, it takes
Sure.
place in India though. This one does.
Yeah, thinking like Carrie Matheson, like CIA infiltration, spec ops vibe. Just
What a reveal.
so cool. And how good, like, how do you look better than Uncharted 4 already? Like, visually, it
I
looks
was like,
so good.
That's the power of the PS4 Pro.
Exactly. It is. No, it truly is. Like, it looked so good. Oh my
Did they say it was running on a Pro?
No.
He said PS4.
Okay.
Layden said that.
Oh, okay.
Or no, wait, sorry.
Oh,
Did he say that about Last of Us? I think he said that about Last of Us.
I don't know, man. I don't believe either of that. I don't believe that either of those were on a regular old PS4.
Yeah, why?
I don't
Yeah.
think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
why?
What do you got to prove?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you got to prove?
Why? What?
Well, I mean, most people still own a PS4. Most most
Sure,
owners
yeah.
still have that. What do you got to prove? Yeah,
can run on a
great
regular
reveal.
PS4.
You just didn't see it coming. From what I thought the Uncharted 4 DLC would be to what it actually has become.
Yeah.
It's just that, hey, let's just make a game we want to make, and as opposed to like, let's force ourselves into making DLC. Pretty encouraging. But that is all 9 titles. It is now time to rank the significance. Okay, so we have 9. Do you want to start at the end? Or do you want to start in the
Let's
middle?
start at the top.
Let's make
Yeah,
a couple quick cuts.
Okay, what are quick cuts?
Starblood,
Yeah.
Arena.
Yeah, you
Sure.
want that
I
to
mean,
mean?
yeah. Let's put Last of Us and Uncharted on top.
Last of Us Uncharted on
Yeah.
top.
I think
Where-
Last of Us number 1, Uncharted number 2.
Yep.
Sure. Okay, we all agree on that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, Last of Us Part 2 is number 1. Uncharted: The Lost Legacy is number 2. Starblood number 9.
No, the other one. The objection. What is
Dauntless?
it? Dauntless.
Dauntless,
Yeah.
Number
for sure.
9.
Dauntless
Yeah.
is number 9.
Starblood
is number
number 8.
8. We still have Dino Frontier, Nex Machina, Marvel vs. Capcom.
Marvel's 3.
Is 3.
Marvel's definitely
Marvel's
3.
3.
Oh yeah, I gotta agree with
Yep.
that. Really, actually, dang, we have an Uncharted DLC above Marvel.
I would.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. I'm
100%.
okay with Marvel. No, I'm okay with Marvel actually being second.
I think Uncharted.
Where do you stand, Brad?
I was gonna put Marvel 1 too.
What?
Yeah, Hugh,
I got nothing against.
Kyle, help me out
No,
here.
I got nothing against Uncharted, but Marvel is just like
But I
new.
mean,
This
yeah,
is something
huge
I didn't think
game.
would
compare,
exist.
you compare this thing that you're going to play every weekend and dig and love forever versus this game that's going to be around for years
This
and
is
years.
rank
and
the
years.
significance.
You know,
But,
like
it's
that.
but it's significant saying that it's not Uncharted 4.
Mm-hmm.
It is what could potentially be multiple standalone chapters in the Uncharted franchise moving forward. Like Last of Us comes out, they're still coming out with these Uncharted chapters in this world. The fact that it's Chloe and Nadine Ross, like why? Who? Where did you guys meet? Why are you together? Why is Chloe in like war-torn Middle East area?
Yeah, but I get to play as X, dude. So sorry,
oh wow,
man.
Brad unswayed. Jones, have you been swayed?
No, I'll do.
Marvel number 2?
Marvel
Okay,
number 2,
Marvel's number 2.
I love you.
What do you
Huber.
say, Kyle?
Dude, Marvel's so huge. I would almost put Marvel at 1, but Last of Us critically acclaimed.
It's
Just
like,
huge.
dude,
One of the best rated
I
games of
didn't
last
think
generation.
MVC was gonna happen again, though, Huber. It was kind of like one of those situations. Like I thought it was over, dude.
Cool.
Very
And
true.
I was sad about it.
I think the rumors took some steam out of it, but it
Yeah,
is worth
like, if-
remarking that
I-
game could.
There was
yeah.
no rumors about it. This was
other-
insane.
You're
Yeah.
right.
The
You're
other
right.
thing too is I think we're gonna get like one more dialogue heavy trailer and then maybe like a little gameplay 101 trailer to kind of here's some new things we're adding to Uncharted, and then that game's coming out. Whereas like we're gonna get trailer after trailer after trailer after trailer for Marvel. Like just this character's introduced, this mode's introduced,
Scrooge McDuck.
this ability works this way. There's just so many ways to just keep updating people on that game. So
We have 4
Barry.
games left.
Burton.
yeah, no, that's
It's possible.
Marvel vs. Capcom.
Not happening. Maybe just an assist. All
Barry
right,
Burton's in this game.
It's possible.
It's a 10.
it'll move up to number 1. So okay, we have still Dino Frontier. We still have Nex Machina. We still have Guardians of the Galaxy. We still have Knack 2.
Knack 2.
Where?
Over Dinosaur Frontier?
Yeah.
Whoa, shit.
whoa.
Knack 2 number
because-
4.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
I think
I'm
it's
actually with
huge.
you.
I think it's huge.
Yeah.
It is like for them to have a sequel to a lukewarm received game.
That is
you know?
significant in its own way.
Like,
yeah.
But the sales were huge. Sales were really good.
It was a launch game.
because
Yeah.
it was a launch game.
Because it was a launch
I
game.
still think it is a interesting move to have a next sequel.
What about Guardians of the Galaxy though? That's a huge thing. A new Telltale game. No.
It's business as usual for Telltale.
Okay, so is
Huge
Knack 2 number
franchise.
4?
Boom.
Crank it out.
Knack 2 is number 4?
I believe so.
Okay, I'm putting it down.
Okay.
All right, so where's
Dino Frontier's
Then
after
Dino.
now.
Then Dino.
then Dino still above Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yes.
Dino Frontier.
Guardians is business as usual.
I love that Dino Frontier is getting hype mostly only from us.
Good.
I don't know
Yeah.
anyone else who's really blowing this
That's
game
why
up.
I'm lowering it. Like
Yeah.
for me personally, it's near the top.
Yeah.
But
Okay, so Guardians of the Galaxy and Nex Machina.
next
Which
Oh,
one
one
Next
is-
Machina, of course.
Okay,
Machina.
so Guardians number 7. You ready to hear
Dude.
this list?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the significance. Last of Us Part 2. Marvel versus Capcom Infinity.
Infinite.
Uncharted Infinite?
I believe it's Infinite.
I think it's Infinity.
I'm not going to do
careful.
that.
Oh, come on.
I'm not
Careful,
gonna, no, I know you're wrong. Like I just.
You know I'm wrong? What are you talking?
Positive.
I wish I could use it on you, Jones.
Positive.
I think it's
Infinite.
infinity.
Positive. It's infinite.
It's infinite positively.
Is there a game that sounds similar to that I would know that it's not infinity versus infinite? That I would know. Ooh, I wonder what it was. You could have another word.
my
I knew like the
God.
second it popped, I was like, oh, it's not infinity. It's infinite. Interesting.
So this whole time I've been saying infinity and you just let me roll with it?
I missed it. Yeah.
Yeah, I
missed all the
didn't
times
even hear that you were saying infinite.
Is it truly infinite?
It's infinite.
I will let. All right, if I'm okay.
Save
The
that
reason
card
you
up,
think it's
baby.
infinity is because of the infinity gauntlet we've been hearing about for the
Right.
last decade.
Exactly. Yeah, infinity stones, infinity gems.
Right.
Why would it be infinite?
You raise a good point, Kyle Bossman.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, the game is still
Yes.
titled Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
Yes.
Wow.
Take it up with Capcom.
That is
Okay.
an E at the end of that word for sure.
Moving forward, Knack 2, Dino Frontier. Number 6 is Nex Machina Death Machine. Number 7, Guardians of the Galaxy, the Telltale series. Number 8, Starblood Arena. And number 9, Dauntless.
Dude, I would put Guardians of the Galaxy second to last if it was me.
Whoa, rearranging that with Starblood?
I would rather play Starblood because it's VR and it's something newer. Like, Telltale, God, man, I'm getting the same thing again, dude. It's gonna run like shit like it always
But they're good
does.
games. What about Batman?
They're
Batman's
great games.
I don't want to play them. I don't like them.
No. They're
It's his,
so
it's
good.
his vote, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Let's do both.
I think Hugh and I are going to stand our ground.
Oh, of
Yeah.
course.
Okay,
I mean,
they're
yeah.
just standing around.
Just saying my piece.
They've been killing it.
Fix your engine.
But I will say this:
agree.
it is an IP that they introduced that my brain doesn't. My brain's not like swimming with possibilities. It's like, oh, okay, that'll be neat. And I'm
the
like,
same-
what are they gonna do in the Guardians universe? How are they gonna shake that story up?
I hear ya.
Because
Yeah.
it's probably gonna tie super loosely into the movies because it's like what are you gonna do? Like, how are you gonna like change the ending to the first movie? Or are you gonna like pick the story up after the first film and then change it into the second one?
It's gonna be different
Or the odds are
characters.
it's gonna be this whole.
It's gonna be different characters from the comic book.
It's gonna be the
It's
same
gonna be
characters. It's gonna be a
I'll
different. It's
lay
just
it
gonna be
out
like the
for you.
animated series that's on Disney XD right now.
I'll
It's
lay
gonna
it
be
out
the
for
same
you.
characters, different voice actors, different story.
Star-Lord's gonna owe someone money, and they're gonna come after him.
Nice.
The end.
That's
And then the team is going to get mad at each other, and then they're going to group up
Yeah.
at the end.
Yeah.
oh
to-
sure.
Yeah.
Like chapter 3 is Rocket Raccoon by himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, him
Okay.
and like Groot or something.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
We got to go back for him.
So I have other headlines. I don't want to discuss each of these at an intense rate, but they're worth bringing up. There a lot of news happened over the last week, and so these things are worth covering. Remasters.
Yeah.
A remaster is announced. Parappa the Rapper, Loco Roco, Patapon, Wipeout Omega Collection, which includes HD, Fury, and 2048. Those are coming to PS4. Also, Windjammers announced for PS4.
Not being remastered though. Windjammers is Windjammers.
Yeah,
doesn't need to be, man.
But they are adding online play, which is, I guess, worth bringing up in
yeah.
Windjammer's case. Crazy amount of not remakes, remasters announced. Very cool to me.
You know,
PSP
like,
games.
they're doing an episode of Syndrome talking about this. There's been like 30 some odd remasters this year, like 35 or
Yeah.
huge number.
These are the ones I'm more into.
Huge.
A lot of those, I think in that 35 are PS3 and Xbox 360 games, right? Mm-hmm. Like these are,
few.
these are PS1 games that we're
Yeah.
making playable now.
Great
They're
point.
Vita games that we're making playable now.
Yeah.
That I think is pretty cool.
Heck yeah.
Sorry, PSP games.
Yeah,
Sorry, Brad,
those
you
are
got
great.
me. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Wipeout, giving love to
Cool.
Wipeout.
Wipeout's fun. Yeah. I played
Rest in
that.
peace, that studio.
After you shut down the studio,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like, hey, those games were fun, weren't they? Like, yeah. I don't know.
Colin, aren't you excited? Like, remasters are, I can't get enough of them. I love remasters for so many different reasons. Mm-hmm. How excited are you that people that weren't alive when Parappa the Rapper came out are going to be playing this game for the first time? They weren't even born yet.
And
I'm
they'll be
so
like,
excited.
This game sucks.
They won't.
Or they'll be like,
That's the
this
thing.
game is incredible.
It's because it looks incredible.
Yes.
It looks
I don't
so
know, dude. Kids these days, you
pristine.
never
It looks
know, man.
Perfect. Parappa the Rapper 2 looks bad. I played that. I've got that on PS2 on PS4. It looks bad. It's a bad looking game.
Oh, I never even played that.
It's also a stinky game. But the way that Parappa 1 has been revived looks so perfect. Ow! Oh, I'm so excited
Oh
for
my
that game.
god! Wow, I've
I
never
love
seen,
how
that's
pumped you
like
are.
quite a reaction.
And like,
Yeah.
and like, even if kids are like used to rhythm games, you know, so they play this, and it's like, well, this seems really simple. It's like, well, this, you know, was like the birth of a lot of
Yeah.
a lot of these
Yeah.
the games that folled it.
Yeah.
That music, I mean, that's
oh,
like,
the songs are so good.
I forgot. to close the door. Like there was just so many little beats, and I'm like,
close the
wow, like it was.
Yeah, crack,
Like,
crack the
It was,
egg into
it was
the
like
bowl.
this like old music box in the back of my head. It's like, oh wait, hold on, it dust the cobwebs off. Yeah, I remember this tune.
Yeah.
Like, it's in there.
Oh, good stuff. Really, really good
Now
stuff.
I just got more excited for it now.
Oh, it's so fun. Crash Insane Trilogy was named and shown off for the first time. Announced at E3, of course, as just like, hey, we're remastering Crash Bandicoot.
But now we get to see it.
And now we get to see it. So the headline is that we've seen it. What do you think it looks like?
As someone who had never like played the Crash games before,
What were you doing, man?
I was playing N64, dude.
Okay,
I was
fair
playing
enough.
Banjo-Kazooie, man.
Yeah. Better game. Okay.
I'm interested in this.
Whoa.
Looked cool to me. I was like, oh, this is fun.
Huh.
I mean, I don't. My expectations weren't like super high or anything like that, so I played a little bit and I was like, oh, this is fun.
Cool.
I'll be playing it.
Absolutely. It's like someone comes up and says, "Yo, man, you want my 10-piece chicken nuggets?" I say, "Sure." Heck yeah.
That's what this is like?
Yeah, so pumped.
It's like used nuggets.
No, like, hey,
leftovers.
like, yo, I bought these nuggets,
Yeah, I
but
got
I'm,
they
I bought
put two
these
in the bag. I don't know why.
I bought these, but I'm already full. Do you want these extra?
What dipping sauce are we talking?
Sweet and sour and barbecue. You
And
want
barbecue.
already-
Okay,
yeah.
okay. All right.
double.
Yeah, all right.
And I'm like hungry at the time too.
I think I was spoiled by the Ratchet and Clank remake. It is not there. It is not a remake at all.
No,
It's-
no.
It's not like that
Oh,
at all.
sure,
Yeah.
yeah.
No.
This
But
game
it's
is very
funny.
much
It's like
remastered.
it's pretty. You know, it's
Yeah,
like
it's-
there are like textures in there.
good.
You're
And
like,
I had fun.
Yeah.
I think you went a little above and beyond.
Let It Die, which is already previously announced as a free-to-play game, was announced and released on Saturday. Announced to be released on Saturday. It's out. Let It Die is out. Boom.
Heck yeah.
I don't know
yeah.
anything about that game, but I
Love
downloaded it.
Grasshopper.
Yeah.
The best.
It's stylish.
Their games
It's got-
are always. Sometimes they're amazing. Sometimes they're not good, like Lollipop Chainsaw and stuff. But every time they have their own identity, and that enough is worth a tour.
Did you download it? Is it worth a
course.
tour?
Yeah, 100%.
I didn't even download it, Huber.
Dude,
Why not?
take a tour.
Sometimes
Like they have their own. It's so unique. Like
Yeah.
it's one of the reasons I love video
Wait.
games is just getting all the different vibes and perspectives and.
Don't play it actually, because I know you have other stuff to play first.
Oh yeah, I got
More important
yeah,
stuff.
Come on,
Of
man.
course.
Yeah, but I mean, it's
it's
free to
free,
play.
get it on
But just
there.
download it.
It
Yeah,
doesn't
I
look
guess.
time consuming. What I really liked about what they showed off during this presentation was the shopkeepers, the character. The game showed character, whereas I think in its reveal, like Let It Die, it looks like kind of serious. You didn't see a lot of the character. You didn't see a lot of the goofiness, and so I'm kind of into it.
The booth was sure was goofy.
What was the booth?
Their birth.
Like just a bunch of maniacs wearing like gas masks.
It was so weird.
and like
Dude was
Japanese death metal.
Yeah,
very
that was
uncomfortable.
that was weird.
dude
like,
was like
alright.
half naked.
Not to
wearing,
like get into PSX, but like
Yeah.
when you see a guy in his underwear, like clearly bored, it's like it's kind of a
Yeah, the
weird
fact
vibe.
that like
bored
some
guy.
look bored.
He's
I'm
like in like
"Ah."
a subway or something. He's got like a gas mask on, and he's like looks like he's like cabled up to like fluids are being pumped into his body, and so he's
no.
like waiting there to take photographs. I just like walk by. I'm like, what's happening here? And he's just like in basically like boxers.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
don't make people uncomfortable.
I love,
Like, way to
I
take a
love like
picture,
weird
like-
stuff like that sometimes, and
Not the
how
vibe from the
crazy it
game
is. But
at the
they
booth.
just didn't look that hyped when I saw them there. Like I can understand that though, but
So if Underwear Guy was stoked, it'd be a whole different thing.
yeah, dude.
Got
Let
it.
him do something in between taking pictures as opposed
Yeah,
to just
instead
like
of
sit
just
there.
sitting like
Sure,
on a
sure,
subway. Yeah,
Season 2 of Street Fighter V will have Akuma, who's looking great,
yeah.
and 5 characters all new to the Street Fighter universe.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that they were new. Cool.
5.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ben's feeling it.
We saw the silhouettes, and we're like, oh, okay, there's all the characters we're familiar with. You know, they're finally adding Q.
Yeah.
No, all new to the Street Fighter universe.
Yeah.
I love that.
so bold.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Such a
dig
bold
that.
move.
That's cool.
Right. I mean, it's saying, like, hey, fans, all those characters you love, they're not coming. But it's
Season 3.
Yeah, it's season 3, but also I really dig it. Make new
Yeah.
characters.
Yeah,
Bring
that's
them in.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll go Mortal Kombat style,
What's that?
like a character's son or daughter or something like that.
Yeah,
A
I
relative,
mean,
sure.
all new to the Street Fighter universe. Also, to me, kind of implies guest characters.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, yeah.
Who are you thinking?
Who's coming in?
I don't know who's
A
coming
Marvel
in.
character or a cap? Or
You think
uh,
like
other
Heihachi's
Capcom?
coming in or whatever?
Oh,
or-
that's a good pick. A little Heihachi, maybe.
Barry Burton.
Barry
Jones.
Jones. Seriously.
No, okay. Let's address it. Let's address it, Huber. Why Barry Burton?
He's ever been in a fighting game.
Okay.
He
With
was,
good reason, I would say.
He was as one of the original founding members of the Resident Evil franchise. He was disrespected and forgotten for
Years.
nearly a decade.
I'm sorry, in Resident Evil, doesn't he betray you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he comes back at the end. It's because Wesker's holding his family hostage and says, if you don't do this, they're dead.
He's a weak man.
Redemption.
There's redemption?
Arc spoilers.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And because we finally got more Barry Burton with Resident Evil Revelations 2, where he was the main character, and
Moira.
so he's back. He's back on the front lines of the franchise. So there's a possibility.
I don't know, man. All right.
The
come
iconic
back.
character you all love.
I'm
Barry Burton.
not positive he's in the game.
I just imagine just like a whole crowd of just stunned Street Fighter fans. Like, what? And there's like
Oh, yeah.
Hubert in the back, like,
Because here's the thing. I think that this happens with a lot of fighting games. A roster is every new character is just another opportunity for not the one that you love. And so if they did say Barry Burton, it's like, I wanted everything else. You know what I mean? I can see why that'd be very disappointing. I think it's so bold to just say 5 characters that are not the one that you want.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I hope they're all good. I hope
Just
they all
like
hold
5
up.
characters they believe in.
Yeah.
Kind of thing, which is cool.
And giving this game its own identity. You know?
Yeah, lay
Yeah,
the
totally.
foundation. Let it be its own thing.
Like, what if we get a new character that's cool as Q?
Yes. Right. Leave Q behind, Kyle.
Q's so cool.
I think we have enough time
Q behind.
for a very popular segment called "Oh, I Just Can't Wait for the Switch."
oh, I just can't wait for the Switch.
Ooh, do you hear Brad
Go back up.
harmonizing on that? Last week we talked about someone who sent in a song for us. I realized it was Ben who sent me the link.
Got it.
I clicked on the link. The download was revoked.
Ouch.
So
Revoked.
I tried to listen to it this week, and I was like, well, I'll give it a shot. Gone. I've been scorned. I understand. Okay, so, again, all of our Switch news comes from Laura Dale of Let's Play Videogames.com. She's nonstop scoops. All these scoops, they don't stop coming. We got 2 hot scoops here. Hot scoop number 1, Dark Souls 3 is running on the Switch.
Yeah.
From
This.
is waiting for sales data to commit to producing more ports. Dark Souls 3 would release on Switch at the same time as the complete edition on the other consoles, including all the DLC. And so it'd be like, oh yeah, it's also on Switch, is the idea.
Just Dark Souls 3?
Yep. And then
Okay.
if the Switch sells like crazy, it's like, oh, well, let's maybe do a little collection of all the Dark Souls
okay.
games. Nothing too juicy about that rumor in that it all seems practical.
I'd buy it.
The part I find super interesting is from waiting to see how Switch sells.
Miyazaki's president. That's why. He knows better.
He does know better.
He knows better.
Now can I play Dark Souls in a graveyard?
You could.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Oh, wow, yeah. Was actually standing in.
Don't though. Like those are real life.
Yeah, it's a little
If
insensitive.
I was dead,
apologize.
I would
You're
want
right.
you to do it.
Okay, that's the deal.
We will play Dark
Make
Souls
Dark
on
Souls
Brad's
on
grave.
Brad's grave.
Dude,
Perfect.
play
That's
Dark
great.
Souls and play Castlevania.
Me too. Shake on that.
Yep.
Absolutely. 100%.
I'll use like a halberd for you or something.
Yeah.
What if you become like genuine gaming celebrities, and so like every year people do come to your
Oh, man.
gravestones?
Like Jim Morrison. Yeah,
yeah, that'd be so cool.
Switch on
what I
Huber's
want.
grave.
We got to do it for Brad.
Yeah,
Got to play.
He'd
Castlevania.
want this.
Yeah.
someone like leaving a Mega Man X cartridge on my grave or something like that.
Yeah.
I'll be pleased.
Cool. All right, and here this one's a little more juicy, perhaps. Talking about that dock. You know, you slam that Switch into a dock. So the Switch currently, actually, you know what? Nintendo's not even said that. It's just a rumor we all accept. 720p is the resolution of the screen. And people said, like, what? Then you plug it in your TV, it's going to be 720p? Not so. Once you slam it into that dock, you then get AC power, and then
The extra
also
juice.
you get that extra juice, and you get the fan that is on the thing. Yeah, it's going to blow, too, to cool off all those
That 1080p crispness.
top-of-the-line circuits. Yep.
Industry-leading chips.
Industry, thank you, Huber. That was what I was searching for. And yeah, Brad, as you said, make it 1080p. And so that's what that rumor is. The dock makes it 1080p just off some power and just off.
Thank
access
God,
to the
man.
fan.
I'm just happy it's at least 1080p.
At least 1080p.
Good God.
And I
The
guess
Switch is 720.
yeah.
Like base, that'd be. Oh my goodness.
But like just kind of thing they probably would deal with like 720. God, Nintendo, fine, I'll play.
It's
you know?
HD. Okay.
It's weird. I mean, 1080p is like not good enough already by the time that thing launches. But
Yep. It was scary actually hearing Damiani during the PlayStation Experience. It's not keynote, it's
Showcase.
It was scary hearing Damiani behind me saying when Horizon popped out, "Oh, it looks so much better than Zelda." You know,
Just like defeated.
yeah. Honestly,
You know what's funny is he didn't say it like that, but that's what he was feeling in his heart.
Yeah,
He was trolling. He was like, "Oh, this looks better than Zelda," but in his
He's
heart,
like, oh,
yeah,
no.
yeah.
yeah.
You screenshot that game side by side. Whew.
Because he just saw Zelda like 2 days before also. Like
Should we
the new
take a
stuff.
little sidestep to talk about the Zelda that was shown at the Game Awards?
Sure. I love Zelda. Let's talk Zelda.
So, do you love what was shown at the Game Awards?
I like the first thing they showed more.
Which was what?
Like the trailer of it and everything like that.
What was cool about the trailer?
Just seeing more of the environments and not just like some two dudes goofing off,
Sophie Dog.
playing.
There was a Sophie dog.
There was a Sophie
There was
Dog
a Sophie
in that trailer.
dog, yeah.
Yeah, if you were a media blackout on Zelda, which I completely understand, I would. We won't tell you the specifics of that thing, but there's some crazy stuff in that trailer.
Yeah, cool
really,
stuff.
really crazy stuff.
So I missed that trailer and I just saw the gameplay one.
Let's talk about that gameplay.
And for me, Zelda is one of like the best game franchise of all time. Every time a Zelda comes out,
Yeah.
it is just a masterpiece.
Yes.
Even people will disagree, like Wind Waker, Skyward Sword. Every time a Zelda game comes out, more than like any other franchise, it is an event. And I'm always confident. I'm always excited. I've never in my once doubted a mainline Zelda
Okay.
game ever. After this gameplay trailer, and to preface this too, it's kind of a combination of events where I am at my life right now with open world games.
Okay.
I'm feeling the open world fatigue like I never have in my life.
Yeah.
So that and the gameplay trailer that they showed, by the end of it, I had just kind of a feeling.
It's not just you. Huber, you don't have to feel bad. It was
Oh yeah,
not
yeah,
just you.
totally. Here, yeah.
Jones, let's talk about this from a trailer perspective.
Open
'cause-
world? Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I want to hear this, John.
Yeah, it was basically two Treehouse members, Bill Trennan, I can't remember the other person.
He's been there a long
Bildorf?
time.
They were playing like as a playthrough, sitting down, and then we had like, cuts, jump cuts, a lot of their gameplay, kind of making fun of each other, razzing each other as they tried to tackle one scenario two different ways. What did you think of that as a trailer, Jones, as a piece of media?
It feels forced. It feels like something that it was like a deal that they were like, okay, we'll have something more to show, specifically for the Game Awards, but it's not just something that's like in line with the message that they wanted to tell at that time for the game. Just kind of like, oh, what can we do? Mm-hmm. And like, oh, well, people are really feeding off everyone saying this is unlike so many other Zelda games. Like, well, here's something here's another thing you have not used to doing in a Zelda game before. A lot of times trying to figure out the thing you have to do. Like, well, in this case, there's multiple things you have to do.
Had
Yeah.
that Zelda 2 downstab.
And it had a
Very,
Zelda 2
very
downstep.
pleased on that.
I just think, though, I get them trying to do it naturally and then cutting through things. I get that was like the idea.
Yeah.
I don't think it was executed right. I don't think it showed off the game being fun.
Yeah, because again, like there are probably some people saying Zelda, every game's a 10, like, oh, it's the best franchise ever. To me, it is because it's always innovating. It's it's doing something special. And whether it's visually or the way it's played or the way it's telling the story, it's always doing something unique. And this gameplay trailer felt like any old open world game. And that, I was comparing it to other games on the market
I hear you.
rather than looking at it like this is Zelda, always a game in its own category, its own class. There's video games and then there's Zelda.
Sure.
Like,
What did you see in that gameplay section that you could only do in this game? Yeah, we're struggling to think of something.
There was
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
There was nothing
It's
new
crazy.
in that. Yeah.
I liked that bird NPC. I never seen anything like that.
That guy was cool.
Yeah, cool
but-
bird, cool
Exactly.
bird.
Yeah.
I like that you saw him wearing different armor, which is cool.
Rough presentation. I think that just look at the way that the gameplay reveal worked for Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. Just the way everything's revealed to the player, also revealed to the viewer. It was just so exciting to watch that. And so you can do that with a Zelda game, I think, with a consistent, persistent
Yeah.
gameplay section. I think it could have been there.
Yeah, if they showed like a more scripted event or something like that, and like not those two like having fun. Like, I'm glad they tried something at least, but it didn't really pay off.
Yeah.
If it was like more focused, like how Uncharted was, I think it would have gone over better.
Sure.
Maybe they should have shown us what was in that cave. You think that would have helped it?
What? So
It's
show
like
what?
they were like trying to get the thing.
Right.
Oh,
And then they
yeah.
were like, we're not gonna spoil it, which wow, respect Nintendo for not spoiling things. But maybe it would have worked out because the whole thing was like, oh, we gotta get there, and then it's like, okay, we're done.
Like
Yeah.
it,
There was no
it probably
payoff
doesn't
to
matter in
the-
the long run.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, does it matter in the long run?
What, if they showed us or not?
Not showing us that. I think it's better if they don't show it.
Yeah.
Or like even like this trailer. Like,
But it does make for a bad presentation as well.
Yeah.
The trailer was super hype.
It's also weird to see Trent and whoever doing this. You know, like get someone else, get someone who hasn't played it. You know, so you can get their reactions. Oh wow, whoa, how do I use
Oh, you
this?
can't
Or-
trust
they
that
did
person.
that with Wii. They did
Well,
that
but that's
with Wii stuff.
that's the thing. It's like, well, you got to get someone who can trust. It's like, well, that person's boring.
Well, I don't wanna
like,
see
well,
some-
that's you know, seeing Bill play this game that I know he's played a billion times, like it's not really making me crazy. You know,
But at
It's
the
just
same time,
kinda
I don't
like-
want to see some bozo just like struggling
Because-
the whole time.
because
Were
when
you
you-
feeling
when you-
pride? Why are you taking your hoodie off, man? You feeling a lot of pride right
feeling
now?
that Giants pride
I'm
right now?
sweating, all right? I'm just sweating. We're talking
We
about,
got a blanket,
we're
man.
talking about Zelda.
Because you can't have an employee, you can't have somebody who's speaking on behalf of your
about
company in
Zelda.
games in so many different positions. It's like
Yeah.
we're gonna have this person on camera during Nintendo Directs being very serious. We're gonna have this person with Reggie doing funny stuff. We're gonna have this person doing, you know, the gameplay reactions and getting, you know, their honest, you know,
Yeah.
opinions and vibe, you know, from that. It's just kind of like it's just
It's
a
so
lot.
hard-
It's a lot going on from one person. A lot of different attitudes to kind of mesh together.
And poor Bill's trying to, like, if you put me in there, I'd have a hard time selling the game.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
You know, it's like it's just a hard position to be in. It's a hard thing to force. It's very hard to force Let's Plays. Okay, so we talked about that poor thing too much. I'm still extremely
Oh
excited
my
about Breath of
god,
the Wild.
dude! Zelda's like my most hyped.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah. Another really interesting tidbit at the end of that last story was that invites for the January 13th Switch event have already gone out, at least in Europe.
Dumb man, he's like sweating.
Let's Play Video Games was not invited. I'm pretty sure Easy A not invited unless Bloodworth like got one and kept it a secret.
Definitely not.
No.
We're not invited to that event.
Nope.
Small
press.
Wouldn't that be the best though if Blood just went?
Yeah. Like we got one invite. We got one invite and Blood's like, you know what? It'd be best if I just kept this
Actually,
to myself.
if you check Slack, I kind of alluded to the fact that I had received
I
that.
hinted at it.
I'd be so proud of him.
Already
That'd be
booked
great.
my flight.
Yeah. I can't unbook it the flight. God, I love that. We'll be watching with everyone else. We'll be watching and figuring out
Sure.
as everyone else does, which will be fun.
Ooh,
I'm sorry, y'all hear that?
unmistakable.
Sounds like it's podcast halftime.
Ho ho ho, everybody!
Oh.
This is podcast halftime. The following are the official sponsors of Easy Allies for the month of December. Michael Kozachenko, who you can find at Misha Koz. Mango. Simon Anderson.
Ooh.
iKeyless. Need a new car key or remote? iKeyless.com has been in the key replacement business since 2002. Check them out today, and they can help save you up to 75% off of the dealership's prices. If you type in offer code EASYA at checkout, you'll get 15% off of your order. Scorn! An atmospheric horror adventure developed by Ebb Software, set in a nightmarish universe of odd forms and somber tapestry. Go to scorn-game.com for more information. Sweet Justice, a sound design company based in England that's worked on Battlefield, Mirror's Edge, and Call of Duty. You can see their work and hear their work at www.sweetjustice.audio. YoYoTricks.com, a tutorial website for teaching people how to yo-yo. To buy yo-yos and learn how to get started, visit YoYoTricks.com or their YouTube channel. Go to yoyotricks.com/easyallies to get 25% off their top recommended yo-yo for anyone who's ready to start learning yo-yo tricks. All of these links are available in the description. Thank you to our sponsors.
Scott Anderson?
Simon Anderson, just
Simon
coming
Anderson.
out, big fan, big supporter, loves the Allies.
Yeah, I was hoping for a thing.
The thing is, big fan.
Yeah.
Done. It blows my mind every single time it happens.
Thanks,
I'm
Simon
like,
Anderson.
I'm like, give me a sentence. Give
Yeah,
me a
thank
you,
thing.
Simon.
What are you about?
Yeah.
Let's do it. And it's like, well, like not only like does not have a company, not only does not need to promote something, wasn't necessarily 100% on having the name in the podcast. Like, oh, I'm fine. You don't need to mention that. It's like, you bet I'm going to mention you. Come on.
Nice.
Oh, I would have you spew some epic movie quote, Jones.
Oh,
Every time.
That's what
Or
I'm putting.
pick a different quote. Here's
Yeah.
4 quotes.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
The bang for your buck, it's worth it.
Simon Anderson. Come with me if you want to live.
Yes. Yes.
Simon, think about it. At least think about it. It's an
Excellent.
opportunity.
Give you a taste.
It is now time for Love and Respect.
Love and respect.
Okay, our first question, let me get to it.
A quick sidetrack. When you had that
Yeah, what's
hat
up?
on backwards, Huber, you looked like when we were that band, $50 Knife for the rock band.
Oh, that was
That's like what it
good.
looked like.
Yeah, I remember. I remember.
Good old GT times.
Good old GT times.
Yeah.
You were saying a whole song with no audio from Roxanne.
Yes, I do remember.
I was blown away.
Wait,
Was
what
it
happened?
Metallica?
I totally thought. I think it was Brown Eyed Girl. I think it was your first one.
Yeah. No audio.
The audio just worked all day.
Yeah.
Everything was fine.
Just
And then
right.
we hit that stream button, and the TV's like, nope, no audio.
Yeah.
And then we fixed it again, and then no audio
Oh
again.
my god.
No,
And
man.
Huber's like on stage, cameras rolling, everybody's on him.
Showtime.
Totally could have paused. Totally could be like, no, I can't. Come on, the audio's like, we're not gonna do this.
I got this.
total professional.
Totally cool.
Rolls right into it.
Yeah, he did it. We weren't professional though. We were cracking up
$50
all the
knife?
time. Yeah.
No, I mean, I think you hit all the notes like pretty well.
Tried. Did my best.
Yeah.
You did.
I'm
your
a
best.
terrible singer.
You're
terrible.
You're something special. That's for sure. I love it.
Hey, allies, question for the panel. After seeing how well received PSX is, do you think Nintendo will ever learn? Kind regards, the hashtagonist.
Nice.
Oh, I love it.
I hope so, man.
Yeah, so I actually kind of wanted to discuss this after I was at PSX for the first time this year.
Oh yeah.
Like, hey, like, could other companies do this?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude, really?
Yeah, dude.
Tell me why.
Why couldn't
Well,
Microsoft?
I mean,
do it?
hashtaggonist talked about Nintendo in particular, but I would like to
Okay,
talk about
well, why
Microsoft
can't
as well.
Microsoft do it?
Yeah,
They have they work with a ton of people.
Yeah.
Like, they don't have as many first parties I'm aware, but they have a ton of.
They have their own theater.
Yeah, yes.
yeah. It would be probably way cheaper for them to rent
They
their
got
own
the
theater,
cash. They could totally do it.
right? Yeah, to me,
They got diehard fans.
it's a successful fan event.
Yeah.
The craziest thing from an outsider coming into this thing is the 3-hour line to go into the store. That made me
Yeah.
furious.
How do I get that Bloodborne hook?
Yeah.
That's just poor commerce.
Did you not get
Yeah.
that?
Oh, I got it.
Oh, good. okay.
Nice.
It's close, but I got it.
Wait, so you waited in that 3-hour line?
No, it wasn't 3 hours.
How long was it? How long was the line for you to wait in for?
So, bumpy story, dude. Okay, you ready for this?
Bumpy story.
Waited like over an hour at least. Okay.
Oh man.
Get in there. I just started stockpiling all these guys. I was gonna get like one for everybody. I was gonna get you the Parappa one.
They had a Parappa.
They had
Oh
a
yeah, I did
Parappa.
see that thing.
I was
did see
gonna
that
like
thing.
Ratchet and Clank for you, and I was gonna get
Yeah.
one for Jones too, and everybody. Like,
Yeah.
I had legit like 10 Bloodborne guys in my hands.
Christmas right
Get
there.
up there, dude.
Yep.
Card doesn't work for some reason.
Oh,
and I was
no.
like, no. So I
Yeah.
couldn't get them, but some allies, some fellow allies, got some for me and Ian. Got
Oh
me
my
and
God.
Ian one.
Wow.
Especially Jason. Thanks, Jason.
Whoa! Shout out to Jason.
Yeah, thanks, Jason.
Brad, I would have cried.
I was devastated.
I would
dude.
have cried.
Devastation.
Mike talked to me after. I was
I was
pissed.
like, oh.
Yeah.
I was pissed,
Yeah.
dude.
I would have cried right there.
Oh, it's so glorious, though, dude.
So anyway, that's how this event goes. People who already paid to be there are willing to pay more money and wait in line
Have
to
you
pay
ever
more
been
money.
to like a convention like that before? Like more fans go?
I guess not.
Because they're like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's
Oh,
like
like
it's like
BlizzCon, you
Comic Con or BlizzCon. It's that
Yeah.
merch.
Yeah.
It's, ugh,
People
you're
want
like-
because they got that exclusive merch.
Yep.
Gotta get it.
So yeah, do we think Nintendo could do something like this?
Oh
Do you-
my god.
I'm scared of what Nintendo
Can you
would do.
imagine the shop line for that?
Can you imagine the jolly aesthetic of what a Nintendo event would be?
No, because all I'm thinking about is like new Super Mario World stuff.
Yeah, they're so weird about their
Dude,
events.
do you remember the E3 booth?
They just went to E3 with one game.
I do remember the booth.
Do you
It
remember
was
when
great.
the door went up and you and me were like, oh,
Yeah.
freaking out?
Yeah, God tier booth.
Dude, just
Yeah.
There's
thinking
a
about
whole event like that with
Well, yeah.
Mario, Zelda.
But no, I mean, you're talking about a booth for one game. They showed one game last E3.
Yeah.
So they're going to have their own event where they show multiple games that can.
just gotta
are
get
all
back on
playable
that
the
third party
system
train,
and-
baby.
Yep.
Third party train, let's go.
Yeah, that's really the thing. I think you nailed it. I don't think they have enough
I mean, maybe after the
Games?
Switch comes out, but I
Sure.
don't. Yeah.
to.
I mean, they could have an indie section. PSX has a great indie
Yeah,
section.
yeah, oh, yeah.
Several. They're kind of integrated well into the rest of the booths, I think, pretty interestingly. Nintendo actually has been supporting indies for the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Nindies. And so, I mean,
Did you just coin that?
no.
Oh. That would be great.
What's the M? I'm sorry. What?
Nindies.
Oh, okay. You said
Nintendo
Mindies.
indies.
You didn't coin that?
I said Mindies?
I
No,
thought
you
you said Nindies.
Indies. That's why I was like,
Okay.
You said Nindies.
Mindy
I'm-
Project.
I'm on the same-
Exclusively on
Yeah.
Hulu.
I was like, you don't know
Okay.
Keely?
Oh my god. So, did you learn that? Just doing little
Just hang out with Keely?
juxtapositions? I don't think Nintendo could do it, honestly.
I don't either. Nintendo's done some fun events before,
Yeah.
but it was always a thing. It was always
Yeah.
like, we're just doing this.
Oh man, come on.
Whereas like PSX is like Capcom Cup and the showcase and the indies and MLB's got a bar and there's so many things that to me just clue into like Sony getting it and understanding like the power of like making this community just happy 24/7 or as happy as they can possibly make them.
Okay, stick with me here, man.
I'm
Okay,
with
they
you.
had the World Championship thing. That thing was huge.
Which is one thing.
I know,
Oh,
but do they
sure.
have like a Smash tournament or
Sure,
something
sure.
like that?
I'm listening,
And
Brad.
if they get more, like, of course, right now they're not in the state to do that. But if they
Yeah.
do get in a state where they can have more third parties, like PSX is like small. It's
is.
pretty small, actually.
It is.
Oh yeah, no, but that's what's great about it. It's accessible. Like
they
you look
could
at
have-
everything and
yeah,
you're not
yeah.
like,
I mean,
there's no
Nintendo-
way I'm gonna play all this.
I
It's
know.
like, no,
Nintendo could do that. They have a Lon Ranch, like Milk Bar or something
Switch
like that.
charging
It's
stations
possible.
lining the walls.
Like,
You just
think of
walk
all
up
the
and-
Pokemon stuff they could just have there.
People
Yeah.
bring in their Switches.
Yeah.
Battling.
special 3DS hotspots around. Where
I mean,
it's
they're
like,
getting stuff at amusement
each
parks.
booth
for
you go
God's
into-
sakes. I think
I-
they could do it.
I would wait in a very long line to take a photo with Bowser. So
Universal Studios, man, it's gonna happen. There will be a
yeah.
Bowser roaming Universal Studios.
oh my god,
But I do think that
And
like,
Donkey Kong.
just roaming around.
Just going.
I will get a permit to shoot at Universal Studios to get these
to get that
goofballs in there.
to get that
To get
reaction.
Kyle Bossman's reactions immediately after that ride.
Yeah.
The Mario
And
ride.
they could have like Animal Crossing
He'd
stuff,
be like,
man.
the
Yeah.
context is all off with ride.
If there's any stage
Context is
show
off.
of anything, I want to put a camera right in front of Kyle. Just the whole like,
Yeah.
It's just the
not
link to
the stage
past.
at all. You
Just
can
the
hear
Shia
it, but
LaBeouf
just
cam. Yeah. But I do think that hey, if you're Microsoft, you're Nintendo, you have to look at PSX as a success, and you have to
For Microsoft especially.
Have that meeting and say, how can we do this?
Because it seems like Microsoft is really playing to their community.
Yeah.
Like, with all the backwards compatibility and
customizable controllers.
all these new
Yeah.
all these new like modes that when it's like at a show, you think about it, you're like, okay, whatever, and then after the show you're like, that's actually pretty huge. That's really cool.
I'm pretty sure Microsoft has like a fan fest thing,
Sure.
but it's nowhere on the scale like PSX.
Yeah, right. I want a out of season Microsoft showcase.
Yeah,
Let's
that'd
do
be
it.
great.
Especially too, because
That'd be
they could
great.
have like a Call of Duty tournament or something like
PSX
or
had it.
Titanfall.
Yeah, PSX had it.
Try to get that.
Or even like anything like Gears of War, any tournament.
Oh yeah, Halo.
Like Killer Instinct or something.
yeah,
Yeah,
Because they could have like PC stuff now too or whatever.
yeah.
yeah.
Gears of
it's
War
cool.
tournament, like awesome horde mode stuff.
Yeah,
be
PSX
cool.
also is great vibes, and I think it's a good way to like foster vibes.
Yeah.
Really fun.
Yeah.
it's also right at the end of the year, so you're hungry for one more event.
Yeah.
It's that one
Microsoft,
last thing to
please
just
do
cap
it.
it off. Like when we were done with PSX, we're like, that's the year. It's like I just finished the Last Guardian review. Let's go on vacation. We're done.
So do you think? Nintendo is having that event in January. There will be press side, but I think they're also showing it to public. Do you think we'll see PSX in that, or do you think it'll be its own dumb weird thing?
I think it'll be its own dumb weird thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
Kind of like the PS4 like reveal thing like that.
So to answer your question, hashtagonist, no, Nintendo won't learn.
Didn't sound like hashtagonist thought they would.
It hurts, man.
Great succinct question though, which I was
Skeptical.
like, you want to play a game? This
games.
comes from Michael Tenick. Hi, allies. Season's greetings to you all.
Hi.
I'm writing to submit a game for love and respect that I call Swan Song. Below is a list of platforms and 3 games for each. The panel has to correctly guess which game was the last ever title released for that system.
Oh boy.
Note that I'm going by US release dates and only counting licensed games. Here we go. This is a fun game. Nintendo Entertainment System. The Swan Song, the last game. Was it Disney's The Jungle Book, The Flintstones, Surprise at Dinosaur Peak, or Wario's Woods?
Flintstones.
Huber, you got a guess?
Wario's Woods.
I say
Jones?
Wario as well.
You're right. It's
Shit.
Wario's Woods.
Wario.
Isn't this fun? God, just think of them putting out Wario's Woods on the NES
Wait,
way
do they
after.
have the year on it?
No, we should have years on this. That
Oh.
sucks.
Next time.
Next time.
Oh.
Give me those years. Okay. Nintendo Game Boy. Beavis and Butthead.
Love that game on
Oddworld Adventures, Pokemon Yellow.
Oddworld.
Oddworld.
I'll go the first one. It's definitely not Pokemon Yellow.
Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah, sure.
Pokemon Yellow, last Game
No
Boy
way,
game.
what?
Yes.
Wow.
Sophie don't believe it.
Damn.
What a swan song.
So do you know what's weird about that?
Well done.
Do you know what's weird about that though? Is like Pokemon Gold and Silver are Game Boy games, but you can also play them on color. So I guess
remember
that's
that.
I
Oh,
guess
you're
that's
right,
where they
yeah.
made that distinction.
I bet Oddworld was like one of those games too then.
Yeah, pretty weird. Pretty weird. I don't know if that one's true, but I'm going
Wow.
with Michael Tenick on
That's
this
kind
one.
of a PS4 Pro situation, I just realized. Game Boy Color.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Oh, it
You need
absolutely
little
was.
extra colors on your games.
Uh-huh. You want a little extra color?
Little extra juice.
Pay up.
Yeah.
Dude, Nintendo's been doing that forever. Think of like
Yeah.
The
Game
new
Boy
3DS.
Advance, Game Boy SP, all that stuff, dude.
Then the new 3DS. dude.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Sega Genesis.
You gotta get this, Huber.
I know.
FIFA 98,
FIFA
Road
98?
to World Cup,
Oh, God.
Frogger, The Lost World, Jurassic Park.
98?
Yeah, I'm going to say FIFA
Yeah,
1998.
98?
Yeah. So I think
FIFA.
with this one, I think they're obviously going with ones that are pretty close to each other, which is kind of hard to make it, kind of nice to make that so hard.
I also think it's a smart play with the sports game because they're like, oh, let's,
Because they
let's have
sell,
them.
man.
Yeah. The smart play was putting Frogger in there.
Oh my.
Because nobody predicts Frogger.
No one did.
Yeah. It's Frogger.
Wow.
What?
Yeah.
How dare you,
Frogger.
You know what I
Frogger?
think it is?
Frogger? Wait, I need to know this. What
We
game?
got frogged.
Frogger.
Just
Which
straight up Frogger.
But you know what? When it was on PS1, it was called Frogger. I bet it's that same dude, that same design. You know, they really put a push for Frogger on that time.
Yeah, you're right.
I bet it's that
I can
Frogger.
picture the
The
box in my
last
mind.
Yeah.
Genesis game ever was Frogger?
Yeah, Swan Song.
That ain't right.
Sega 32X.
Oh, God.
Knuckles Chaotix. The Amazing Spider-Man Web of Fire. NBA Jam Tournament Edition.
I don't know. I'm going with Web of Fire.
Yeah, I'll go the crazy Spider-Man game I've
Yeah,
never heard of
I
in
don't
my
know.
life.
What was the first one?
Knuckles Chaotix.
Knuckles Chaos.
Okay, the answer is The Amazing Spider-Man Web of Fire.
Dude, I've always wanted to do a Spider-Man retro.
We gotta play
I gotta
that.
dig up
Web of Fire.
Web of I've
Web
never heard of
of
it.
Fire.
Never heard of
What
it.
a dumb name.
I gotta get a 32X playable.
And play
And
Web
rock
of Fire.
Web of Fire.
Did you play that Star Wars game in 32X?
What is it?
Oh,
What
the
are you talking
arcade
about?
game, yeah.
Yeah, you're like
Oh,
flying
yeah.
the X-Wing stuff. Yeah, it was sweet back in the day. It's really bad now.
Wait, the Sega arcade game is on the 32X?
It's called Star Wars Arcade, but it's its own thing.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's based on a Star Wars arcade game, but it's its own
Not
beast.
based off Star Wars Arcade.
Not the original
Okay.
rotating thing people know. With the vector, no.
No.
Nintendo 64.
Oh.
NFL Blitz Special Edition. The Powerpuff Girls Chemical Extraction. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3.
Powerpuff Girls.
Powerpuff Girls.
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3!
It's on in 64?
Yeah! That is crazy that's on N64.
No, that's
Great
the
Swan
PS2
song.
Great
era.
Swan
Dude, it's probably
song.
so bad on N64.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you
Wow.
remember Tony Hawk 1 on
Yeah.
N64, dude?
Yeah.
Dude, nerfed into the
I
ground.
also remember Resident Evil 2 on N64, the best version.
Hey, Kyle, do you remember Banjo-Tooie on N64?
Not yet.
No, you don't.
I'll do it. I'll play that game. All right, so now this makes more sense because we have Nintendo's Game Boy Color.
Yeah.
We have Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, SpongeBob SquarePants, The Legend of the Lost Spatula, and The Simpsons, Night of the Living Treehouse of Horror. Sorry.
I feel like SpongeBob is just going to live forever, so I'm going to go SpongeBob.
Any more guesses down there? Harry Potter, SpongeBob,
I'll go
or The
SpongeBob.
Simpsons?
I'll go
Super
Harry
fun.
Potter.
Harry Potter's right.
Damn.
point for Huber.
Chamber of Secrets? What year was that?
Chamber of Secrets is the third one?
Yeah, that's like
Second
that's,
one.
Second.
That's like
We need some dates on that sheet.
0203.
Okay,
The
and
Chamber. That was the first date I went on with Amanda. We saw it in theaters.
Whoa.
So that was
then first
02.
date.
First date.
Great first date.
Did you hold hands?
Too
Too personal. Don't answer that.
think so.
Yeah, come on, you sicko.
That was sicko. Yeah, but Game Boy Advance was around then. I think.
all night.
Sega Saturn.
Oh, no, I'm not going to know this. Even close.
I couldn't even tell you the Sega Saturn game right now.
Burning Rangers. House of the Dead. Magic Knight Rayearth.
Magic Knight Rare.
Magic Knight Rayearth.
Yeah, Magic Knight.
You all three got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got to be Magic Knight.
You know what's funny is those other two are to me are like iconic Saturn games. So I was like, no way, it's got to be that Magic Knight game. Yeah. Never heard of Magic
When
Knight.
I think
Rayearth.
House of the Dead, I just think of Dreamcast.
Oh, is that more of a Dreamcast
well,
game?
2
I said
is.
it.
Oh, okay,
Two.
got it. Sony PlayStation, Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Battle 22, FIFA Soccer 2005, Final Fantasy Origins.
Origins. God.
Oh, I say FIFA.
What was this soccer?
2005.
Soccer.
Man,
Okay,
I
FIFA.
have
FIFA.
that Origins thing too. It seems older. I'm gonna say FIFA.
God of War came out in 2005, so that's a
FIFA
very
Soccer 2005.
that is a
I
late
know-
PS1 game.
I know
right
Origins
there.
was late, but I don't think it was that late.
The PlayStation launched in 1995, so that's 10 years later. They're still
Yeah.
putting out, that's so cool. That was right. Yeah, it's FIFA Soccer. Nintendo GameCube, Swan Song, Blood.
He would know.
Bloodworth.
Oh, Bloodworth would know. Bloodworth.
GameCube specialist.
Oh, I love these. Oh my god, thank you so much for making this game. Madden NFL 08, Ratatouille, Shrek, Smash and Crash Racing.
You gotta kidding me.
I'm gonna say Shrek.
Ratatouille.
What was the other one?
Madden NFL 08.
Dude, I'm gonna say Shrek.
It's not Shrek, but thank you for putting on there. It's Madden NFL 08.
Yeah, the sports plays.
Yeah.
Smart play, yeah.
Shoot,
We gotta play that Shrek game.
Wait, is that it?
I lost track of points. Yeah, that's it.
No Dreamcast.
I got last, I'll tell you that.
Okay.
No Dreamcast.
No Dreamcast. You want to know what that Swan Song was?
Well, they released a game like a couple years ago, so it's kind of a flawed.
I mean, it says on the top that like it's like I only picked officially like licensed games. So yeah,
Oh, okay.
only counting licensed games.
Dreamcast.
Next time, Dreamcast.
It hurts.
And dates.
It hurts.
Yeah,
Years, at least.
that's
Fun game.
That's
That's a cool game. I do
Swan
like
Song.
that.
I like it. That was hard.
Good game.
Some of those
Who
were-
wrote that? Or who wrote
That was Michael Tenick. Nice.
Thank you, Michael Tennant.
This is a guy who reads names a lot.
I'm getting better at it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Professional.
I was checking last names at the meet and greet. Everybody just give me first names. I'm like, what's that last name? Yeah, okay.
Okay, I got like two options here. I'm going with this one. Here we go.
Okay.
A little long. Good morning, allies. I recently good morning. Almost relevant,
Almost.
actually. Yeah, it's
Yeah, we're
actually
getting
after
there.
midnight. We got there.
Oh my god.
I recently had a major change happen to me in life. 4.5 months ago, I became a dad.
Ooh, congratulations.
I don't regret it for a moment, and I still game when I have time. I love the Souls series.
Yes.
I have other games like Unto It, but I find it is becoming more and more popular in games not to let you pause. One reason is wanting to immerse you more in the game. Before I didn't mind this feature, I actually really liked it, making the game more intense. Now, I would pay a bucket of gold to enable this feature in games. When my daughter or wife needs me now, I have no other option than to immediately respond and put down the controller and let my character die. My question is this: should the responsibility be on the gamer to be immersed in the game, or do you support the game designer's decision of omitting the pause function and leaving us no choice? Looking forward to hear your opinions and thoughts on this. Love and respect, Marius from Norway, the land of Vikings.
Souls is a very, 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 very special case where, it cannot have pause in that game because it's about thinking on your feet. It's about constant danger.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It's about anyone can pop
I'm
through
safe. I go to a fireplace. I'm safe,
a
man.
fireplace, of course. That's when you can go to the restroom or go refill your water cup or
Take care of your crying child.
have a bucket of almonds. Whatever
But how do you say to
do.
your crying child, "Hey, wait, let me find a
I
fireplace"?
gotta get to the hunter's dream first.
Then you gotta just die.
Yeah.
You gotta
But
just die.
I think you do. I think that's exactly the right answer,
Yeah.
right?
Just die.
For souls, it's very important.
It's kind of like, Marius, we understand you're living a hard life right now, but
Mm-hmm.
let us have that.
Souls
Yeah.
is the one. Yeah, it's the one where
You got
Just-
that joy of fatherhood.
yeah.
So Marius,
let
at the end
us-
of the day, wants the save feature, wants the pause feature in games.
Would pay a bucket load of gold for it.
I miss what
Yeah.
what he preferred at the end of the day.
Yeah. And I get the idea of like, shouldn't it just be on us to immerse ourselves? Like, shouldn't we do we really need that thing where we can't pause?
Well, in other games too, it's a matter like if you're playing GTA Online, you can't pause because it's online.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
online,
can't
of
pause Final
course.
Fantasy 14. You can't pause World of Warcraft. Like, so there are some games inherently that will not have that because of just
It's
how
online.
they're built.
But I feel like it's only online games and Dark Souls, really.
Dark Souls is
It
online.
is interesting. He says like it's a trend. He sees like a lot of games doing the same thing.
I can't think of any single player game.
I can't think of
pause.
many. Like
Also,
that, yeah.
Souls 2 is online. You know, when somebody
Yeah.
comes into your game, you're not gonna
Yeah.
be able to just pause it on them.
What if I hit the PS button? What if I go out to
It's,
the
I think
menu?
it's still, I think I'm pretty sure it's still going.
It's still,
Yeah, it's
going, still
going.
running.
Oh, it does.
I
It
come
does.
back in. I'm dead.
Yeah, that's happened to me.
Take the hit, man. Take the hit.
What about oh god, I had one and I forgot it completely. Another game where you can't pause. Oh, Dead Space.
There's pause.
Oh, okay. Because I'm
Your
thinking
inventory
of like,
is real time, but there's a pause.
got it,
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah.
Then I don't know, man. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I
what
can't
the-
think of
I don't know
any.
other kind of games you can't pause in. What
I
you
guess
got?
just back to his question. I understand his plight. Oh God.
I just thought of another thing that I'm happy about Parappa about, so it's completely irrelevant.
Okay, I was like, did I trigger some stupid Bossman game?
Syndrome.
Because it
Right
pauses,
there.
right?
What's up?
Because you can pause.
In
now,
old
right?
Parappa, if you pressed pause, you'd have to restart the level or quit. You could not pause and then keep playing.
So because you can't pause and look ahead at
Yeah,
the
yeah.
buttons that are coming.
But
yeah.
now you totally can. They're fine with it.
And I
And
cheat.
go ahead. Okay, go
But,
ahead. Sorry, Brad.
I was gonna say I totally understand where he's coming from and all that, and I get that. But I also respect the devs and I want them to do how they want to design their game, kind of thing.
You're right, and especially in the case of Dark Souls.
Yeah, it's like you die, whatever, no big deal.
Yeah,
It's not that big of a deal.
take the hit.
Take
happened
the
to me.
hit. Yeah.
I've had so many times in a boss fight, my controller dies.
Sure.
You know, the frantic trying to grab another controller. Oh, I'm dead.
Another one.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? And one thing I really respect about Marius is still playing the games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hell
And
yeah.
still playing Dark Souls.
Yeah.
What a great
Yeah.
dad.
Because I do think we get it a lot
You're
where
gonna
it's
be a
just like,
great
hey, I don't
dad.
have time
Yeah.
for games anymore. Marius is making time for
You're
games.
doing it, Marius.
Yeah. We need more fathers like you out there.
You're doing great.
Unfortunately, the games are attacking Marius back. I feel bad that you have to die. I feel bad that you can't pause.
Yeah.
But I think it's just so inherent in the design that it would.
Yeah.
If you did pay a bucket load of gold, I'd find a bucket load of gold to undo what you've done.
Yeah.
Spike.
Yes. Cool.
Spike
all right.
gold.
That's love and respect. It is now time for bets. Next week's bets.
My life is just like nonstop bets.
Miriam.
Yeah. Welcome to the life, Brad.
Feels bad, man.
This is the final bet of the year.
All right.
Next week we're recording our last newsy
We're almost there,
podcast.
Huber. We're almost
It'll
there.
be the year in review. It'll be that. I love doing those.
Cool.
And then we'll do a love and respect only for the week after that. But both will be recorded next week. So in effect, this is the final bet of the year.
So this is the canon podcast,
This is canon.
and the next ones are like filler.
Oh no, I
Yeah, we're
love.
retaring news for the year. If anything cool happens next week, not
No, we'll cover it. We'll cover it. But I love doing the year in review. I love doing
Yeah,
a
of
recap
course, of
podcast.
course, of course.
That's fun.
Filler.
Over the
Year in
next
reviews-
7
Dude,
days,
I'm jealous of that. Love the year in review.
you want to do a three-peat? Huber.
Give someone else a turn.
Okay, all right. We'll glad to have you on.
Unless someone does not want to do it.
Unless we get another Damiani.
Yeah, like if someone is not into it,
Yeah.
I will definitely fill
We'll
in.
call you if it's relevant enough. I'll call you, get you on speakerphone. I'll hold you up to the mic.
That's
Cool.
me joking on Damiani.
Yeah, of
Damiani
course.
had.
Yeah. It's got to get up early.
All right. Over the next 7 days, how many total words of Laura Dale reporting will appear on letsplayvideogames.com? So basically, we looked at how many reports happen. It's not frequent. This week it was frequent. We had like 3 reports.
Yeah.
And they're all sweet Switch scoops. We don't know where they're coming from. Laura Dale's got a source. Jones, how many words are we going to see over the next 7 days from Laura Dale? Specifically reporting.
550.
Oh my.
550 words.
I'm going big, I think.
So you're going like 2.5.
Yeah.
Okay. Huber, how many reports?
It's time for vacation, Laura. 0 words. Merry Christmas.
Nice.
I
love that
Or it's time for vacation, but you could still sneak one in there.
Yeah, just
200
one.
words.
200 words. And my bet is 190 words, right under Brad.
Wow, what a
Wow.
scumbag.
What a scumbag. What do you mean?
like
Yeah, that's some Price is Right.
I didn't do it on purpose, Brad. That's not a scumbag move.
Sorry, dude.
about
I
it.
know you got inside scoops
He's
on
sick.
bets.
Yeah.
Jones is feeling very proud of his 550.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Whatever. I got
I just like being on one end.
Okay. All right. I'm going to lock those in.
the high and the low.
Okay. Whew.
Do you still add in sound effects for that?
Jones does.
Okay, cool.
I liked yours, though. It's going to help.
You didn't hear that
Auditory.
when he locked it? Am I? Is that just me? You clank it?
Everyone, Jones adds those sound effects afterward. We don't hear them live, just in case there was any confusion there.
There's that one time you didn't do it, and then we had the bets running around all weekend.
Oh, yeah, that was
people
ridiculous.
Don't know.
We had to
People don't know
ghost bust them. Yeah.
about locking bets. Serious business.
The last thing I ever want to do on this podcast is cause confusion for anyone. So let's talk about last week's bet. Steep came out last Friday. What we did, we were going to start a regular race on the easiest slope we could find. How long until we crash?
In
And
what
so-
game? What game, Kyle?
Steep.
Steep.
We got those
so-
pop screens.
Yeah, pop. So Jones, you're the one most familiar with Steep.
Yes.
We couldn't find an easy.
I couldn't find an easy race.
Yeah.
I found an easy trick thing. I found an
Wouldn't
easy
count.
hang gliding thing. I found easy like challenges.
Yes.
But as far as like a regular race, pick a ski or snowboard. And it's one of the things frustrating about the game is you can't like sort. I can't be like, oh, let me look at all the easy events. Like they really want you to just
You really
like
gotta zoom in and out of that
zoom around the mountain and pick
Yeah.
random things.
But
So-
it does say easiest slope we can find. So I mean, it's
and we
right
all
there in
agreed,
language.
like what, checked in with everybody, make sure we were all,
Yeah.
this race was kosher.
Last week, Jones, you bet 7 seconds. Huber, you bet 11 seconds. Bloodworth bet no crash. I bet 8 seconds. The actual seconds to crash was 16.
1674. Yeah, 16.74.
Michael Huber, you won that bet.
Did Huber? Good
I
job.
want to bet. Yay.
What is that? What is that false enthusiasm?
We're
I
tired.
just
It's
lost.
late.
No, because I just lost a lot of bets, so I'm happy to win.
Gotcha. All right, you got
Yeah,
one, baby.
you did.
It was
You got
real
one.
enthusiasm.
And you got the marble bet, man. You got the marbles.
I got a bet.
That brings the current totals to Green Lizards 18, Red Eagles 20.
Like I said, 20. 20.
20.
20
So
on steep.
actually, because Huber, you and Brad had 2 different bets, it's extremely impossible.
That's also why I went 0 as well. Because I was hoping, like, if
Hoping
there was
that's-
ever a number that we'd both match up on,
Yeah.
it would be 0.
Yeah.
So,
Because that would be the only way for them to tie on the
Yeah.
bet and both get points. That'd be the
Yeah.
only way for them to tie us.
if it's 0 now, I'm gonna be
You can be mad at Brad for not going 0?
I'm gonna be just so bummed because it's
Yeah.
like
So
we're
close.
so close.
To think that it actually got at the end of the season down to 2 is pretty cool.
That is
Yeah.
great.
I'm proud of you, Kyle.
Yeah, we did it. We brought in Don by law. Didn't really have any factor, but somehow your team went on an incredible run.
It was a minimized season. We missed 2.5 months
Oh yeah.
of this Easy Allies betting season.
So 2017, we're
Yeah.
gonna have 52 weeks. Well, I mean,
Buckle
obviously
up.
we
Are we
take some
picking?
off.
Are we picking new teams for next year, or is it?
Look,
Green Lizards
everyone,
and
I've
Red
talked
Eagles?
about this. Is the only way to make it work. Everyone has to be incentivized to win.
No. I'm talking about. Are we gonna be like the purple dinosaurs and the?
Oh yeah, we should mix that up. That'd be
should
fun.
change it? Okay.
Yeah. Okay, you're right, Jones.
No, you
I
guys
don't
are
know.
a
I'm
team.
asking.
Yeah. What's up?
You guys are a team.
Yeah.
I know, but what
No,
are we
they
gonna
meant the
call
team, like,
ourselves?
No, the Red
Team
Eagles
name.
are
Team
the
name.
Red Eagles.
You want us to be Red Eagles for life?
You guys are the. You guys. When I think of Red Eagles, I think of you guys.
Okay. So maybe
When
the
I
2
look
in the
at
middle.
you, I hear you. I
hear ya.
see it.
I think
Yeah.
of Omek.
Like I
From
see you
Legend
of
flying through the skies, winning bets, Jones.
What about the Green Lizards?
Calling
though?
at
Do you want
people like a
anything?
weapon, attacking them with our cause.
Good question.
The Green Lizards. The Green Lizards have been utterly destroyed.
I want to think it's like Circle of Life, like
Yeah.
the
They've been
eagle
beaten.
like
Has-
ate the lizard.
Yeah.
And so now you're going to be a natural predator of
yeah.
the eagle?
Something comes.
Sure.
Rhinos. We're gonna be rhinos.
The helicopter blades.
The friendly bears.
The friendly bears.
The black bears.
Okay.
You gotta have a sound effect. So
Well, hey, listen.
We'll get together.
We have
the
a whole
allies.
month to work on this.
yeah.
Black Bears 2.
Yes.
Okay, well, I mean, that's the best idea yet, so we'll go with that.
And stay tuned for the end of the podcast if you would like to see said 16-second run.
Oh, yeah, and it's a good run.
It's a good run.
It's another thing where it's just.
Surprising run.
Oh, yeah. Oh, boy. How is it 16 seconds, man? That's ridiculous.
I
Okay.
literally closed my eyes and was like watching, like, okay, you got one turn and then he made 7 seconds. Like,
Oh, when you
I was
made the bet.
supposed-
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was determined.
Visualize it.
Yeah.
Let's talk about patreon.com/easyallies. Mm-hmm. So you listened to the Easy Allies podcast just now. Let's say this was your first introduction to who we are. Thank
sorry.
you. No, thanks for checking it out. No apologies. Thanks for checking out this podcast. Thanks for joining us. We are a group of, it's not just the 4 of us, there's 9 of us, group of guys who love video games. and make videos about video games and podcasts about video games, previews, reviews, just podcasts for fun like we did for the PSX thing, videos about Pokemon. We just do lots of videos.
If you like those highly produced shows, we got those.
Yeah.
If you like the casual sit
down
downs,
and dirty
going into
yeah.
conversations, not everyone's gonna have the same ideals. We got those.
Yeah.
If you want some skits, you want some funny little bits and stuff like that. You know,
we don't do
putting
too
on
many
characters,
skits.
not as much as we used to.
Yeah.
But we got those. I would consider Bets a skit. I mean, it's,
would-
That's no
Consider-
skit. That's real life.
I would consider Easy Update.
I think it's a little bit of both.
Oh, okay. There's some skit to Easy
little bit
Update.
of both.
And
It's a
we
mix.
got D&D.
We got
and does
you want
Dragons
some
even?
D&D? We got that.
Yep.
You want some streams? We got plenty of those. All supported by a wonderful fan base on all of our platforms that we're available on, but primarily our main source of income is through patreon.com/easygallies.
Yeah.
So multiple ways you can help us out. Getting the word out is great. If you're like, but I already know you, it's like consider tell a friend, let other people know that we are a thing.
Tell
we
one
are still
person.
we are still so many months later still getting reactions from people who are like, oh my god, it's that review guy.
By the end of the
It's
year-
GLGT team.
Yeah.
The year's almost up. Tell one person.
Jones, are you
Easy
that
Allies.
review
You're
guy?
You're going
from,
home. Yeah, you're going home for the
Yeah,
holidays.
Jones is the
Are you
I
the
am
review guy?
the review guy.
Yeah,
From
he
game
is.
trailers? I used to love game trailers.
Yeah.
That's you?
That's me.
Do you edit the reviews too?
I most of them.
Yeah.
I cut those reviews. I read those scripts.
Do you write them?
You're the voice of game
I'm
trailers?
the voice of game trailers.
Do you write those reviews?
Dude, I used to love game trailers.
A few. I've only written 4 this year.
What about
3
Steep?
or 4. That's coming up.
Nice.
Steep review coming up this week,
Steep.
hopefully. Yeah.
My name is Alex Steep.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
That's not
These
even
are
a
my
bit.
adventures.
It's not
That's
a
not
link.
even a
I
bit.
know, I just didn't like any part
That's
of it.
not even like there's no like point to that joke.
I'm Alex
We-
Steve. now you just created
Yeah.
something.
Alex Steep, our patron, just unsubscribed from our Patreon. It's like,
Kyle, I love it. That's my
Alex Steve.
That's my humor, Kyle.
Alex Steep. Just what's your humor? What is it?
Because
though?
I imagine who this guy is.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Alex Steve. What do you do, Alex Steve?
I'm a used car salesman.
I developed the tiny
Those
screws
prices
you
are
find in
steep.
sunglasses.
That's
Okay.
very funny.
All right. So here you won the bet. You get
dude.
the right and responsibility to share your Twitter name. You get to promote any Easy Allies video you would like. You get the final word on anything you've disagreed with, and you may sign off with your trademark sign off.
tune in next week for the level 3 Prove It tickets.
Level 3
next
Prove It
week.
ticket.
Yes.
Next level. Is that level 3 level cap?
I think so.
Okay.
We'll find out.
On the drive home tonight, Cal's like, level 3.
No, drive here next week.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sitting in that chair, like, okay, you guys ready to... Oh, no.
I always forget. When does this air?
Oh, tomorrow.
Today.
Well, hold on. Another thing we should promote. Tomorrow for patrons, $5 and up. Friday for everyone else.
Cool. I'm at Michael P. Huber. Check out my PSX special episode of Huber Syndrome. That'll be going up on Thursday.
Nice.
It was very fun. I got to just roll around with Don and see a bunch of patrons and fans and get hyped and interview people. There's no real final word. I think
Anything you want to reiterate? Anything you want to denounce?
everything was just super friendly today.
Why don't you just like emphasize your love for Barry Burton?
Yeah, there we go, Brad.
Okay,
Brad, you know
great.
me.
Yeah.
You know my heart and soul, Brad. Yeah, I really, Capcom, if you're watching this, Marvel, Capcom, anyone involved with Marvel versus Capcom, please take a long, hard look at Barry Burton and what he means to fans of Resident Evil. He doesn't get enough love and respect. It's just a great place for him to be. He's not bothering anyone. It's not, filling somebody's spot in the game, like bumping somebody out. He's worthy of the game. Please put him in there.
And now your trademark sign
That's
off.
all I got. Love and respect.
Jones, what are we doing?
Okay, we are doing our steep bet. There are some things to consider. One, we will not be doing an easy race. I searched everywhere, could not find an easy race. I found easy events, but I did not find an easy race. We are doing a medium race called Forester. I'm picking it because apparently I got a gold medal on that, and I don't go back to get gold, so I think I got gold on the first try. So I think this is an easy enough race. I will be controlling the character just for a little bit,
because when we load, we're going to be in front of the marker that starts the race. So if I just let him go, he might go off and not actually start the race. And we're going to see how long until I let go of the controller, so I will let you know when to start the timer and how long until that person crashes.
Until they crash or just fall over and stop?
Until they crash.
Crash.
There's definitely a crash.
The language is
animation.
crash.
All right.
I will let you know when the crash happens. Are we ready?
Ready.
Times with the word bandicoot. Damn it.
Here we go.
Oh.
And when I cross over that thing, so now.
Oh God. Oh God. Oh God.
Not controlling.
Crash. What are you doing, dude? Crash.
Wow.
Doing pretty well, actually.
Oh, this sucks. Come on, crash. Crash.
Oh,
Time
no.
is 16 seconds.
No way did we lose this bet. That's unreal. What are the bets?
It got back up.
I'm pretty sure Jones or something said like 17 seconds.